Okay, so Keith and I have always joked that if we were to ever start a construction company, it would be called Almost Done Construction, because every single project we do is just almost done. So if you caught my last video, you suffered through with me of refinishing the table and all the mistakes that I made, but thankfully it came through. The beautiful table, I just love it. It actually just looks really nice. But I haven't done the leaves of the table yet. So I thought it would be fun to just go through and refinish those leaves of the table while I answer a few questions. So let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and stripped down all of the leaves, and then I wiped it down with the after wash, and then in the corners, it looks like they were pretty beat up because they are really heavy and awkward. So it looks like they've been dropped a few times. So I went ahead and put that shapeable wood putty on the corners and let it dry and sanded it. So now we're ready for stain. And we all know gel stain, that's where it's at. It's gonna work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this applied. The first question is, how did Keith and I meet? Actually, we went to the same college, but we didn't meet until after college. We both worked through, or after Keith actually graduated and hadn't quite moved out of the city yet. And so we both were working at Lowe's. You'll find that through my videos, we always shop at Lowe's, and we do not have any affiliate link, none of that. It's just, I think we're comfortable with Lowe's. We know where everything's at. On my first day, I went to orientation and I was walking through his department of millwork, which is, windows, doors, trim, all the things. And he just said, "Hi, Hannah." And I'm like, "Who are you? Like, I don't know who you are. Why are you using my first name?" And he was just reading my name tag, but I was really caught off guard and just kept walking. And I was like, "Hi." But anyway, he started hiding M&Ms in his desk. And so I would come over and sneak some M&Ms and just kind of steal his candy. And from that point on, we just kind of kept talking, and I don't know. The rest is history, I guess, as you could say. Okay, and the next question is, how long have Keith and I been married? Actually, we've been married for 20 years, and we've been doing projects like DIYs pretty much our entire relationship, our entire marriage, so that's fun. Meeting at Lowe's, it was just meant to be. And then the next question is, how many kids do we have? And we have 3. So Trevor is 17, Vera is 14, and Evelyn is 9. Well, she will be 9 by the time that I release this video. So yeah, we have 3 kids, and do they love these projects? Most of the time, no. Anything that requires work, no. But then when they see the final project, yes, they do love our DIY projects. Okay, so the next question is, what is Keith's background? Well, he actually went to school for criminal justice, and he is obviously not using that as his profession. But anyway, growing up, he was always working on farms and really learned good work ethic right away at a young age. I think he said he started when he was like 14 working on a farm. But anyway, because he came from a small hometown, so lots of farmers. But anyway, really, he worked with a lot of contractors on the side, just going through college and things like that. He learned how to install windows and doors and learned how to do trim very early on. And he just learned a lot from just practicing and working alongside other contractors. So, and honestly, when we have a project around the house, if it's something that he hasn't done before, I am definitely that wife that's like, "You can do it, I believe in you," because I know you're capable. And so he will likely go look it up, watch YouTube or something, just to give him a little bit more comfort, and then he will give it a try. But honestly, just practice and keep at it and keep trying, learn from your mistakes. That's basically how we do all of this, but that's a little background on Keith. So what is my background? Just a match made in heaven. My background is in interior design. I have a degree in interior design and marketing. I did work in the field for, I think it's like 12 years or so. But anyway, after we had kids, I decided I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and then I just kept working on projects and kept trying, and I just want to get better. So if there is a project that comes along that we want to do at our house, honestly, first I'm like, can we DIY it? Can we? Like, I will go through all the details. I'll talk to Keith and say, can we do this? And 9 times out of 10, yes, we will do it ourselves. I don't even care if it takes a long time. I just enjoy projects and learning. So that's kind of my background. I'm getting more and more comfortable with tools, but like I said, just the constant trying, learning from your mistakes, all of that is kind of my background, but I truly enjoy designing. The only bad part is that when you're in the design field, you get to design anything that you want. Like, you just figure it out and then you hand over your plans to your contractor and then they do it. And I'm not used to being the one that does it. I'm used to the one that is designing. So that's been kind of a rude awakening for me. And so when I see something that I really want to have done, I have to do a little bit more research and understand how to get it done, because I definitely want to DIY it first rather than hiring it out. I don't know, but that's why I would say we got our historic home and our Globestar camper. It's basically like a blank canvas. Our home needed to be demoed really down to the studs, so that's what we did, and I just got to design and do what I wanted. And same with the Globestar, we had to completely demo it, and eventually we'll get back out there and get started on it. Okay, the next question is, how long have I been a stay-at-home mom? And I've actually been home for 10 years, and I absolutely love staying home and being able to help my kids with their homework, getting them to and from their activities. But the thing that I absolutely love, call me weird, is I love being able to take my kids to school. We live pretty close to the school, so we can walk. And I love just walking to school and just having that morning conversation with the kids, just real quick, you know, just the two of us, you know, whatever. And then I will pick them up after school. So I mean, that's what I absolutely love. So I can work during the day and then, you know, pick them up and drop them off, whatever, just so close. So that's what I love probably the most about being a stay-at-home mom. But call me weird, I just enjoy our one-on-one time. Now, the next question is, do you have an update on your neighbor? Okay, so if you guys have not watched any of my past videos on my neighbor, he is a piece of work. So the first one, I'll link them down below, but the first one was when I was in my backyard working on my camper, and he came over screaming at me. I was home alone in the backyard, and I was just totally shook up. I was totally caught off guard, and you know, of course I was super friendly to him, and you know, I didn't give in to any of his accusations or anything like that. I was just really apologetic. So anyway, that was like the first incident. And then the second one, we ended up putting up a fence just because Keith and I both felt like a fence needed to be put up between our yards, and our houses are pretty close together anyway. And he wasn't super happy about that, but I feel like that kind of calmed things down a little bit. But he still is up to his shenanigans. So anyway, he wasn't real pleased with our fence, even though it's on our property. We were just trying to set some boundaries. And so anyway, there's a gap at the bottom of the fence, and at like the past 2 years, he will take his leaf blower and blow all my mulch and any dirt, anything, he'll blow it under the fence into my yard. I mean, there's one area that's like a complete mud puddle because of all the dirt and everything that he blew, and then it rained the next day. It was just a complete mess. So then in the fall, he will take his leaf blower again and take the leaves and just blow them under the fence. I'm like, come on now. And he'll throw sticks into our yard, just a bunch of garbage. So anyway, Keith went and got these treated boards or whatever and drilled holes into them, and the rebar, you know. And between my son, myself, and Keith, we did not attach to the fence, but we put these rebar drilled through the wood and into the ground. Probably, I think they were like 18 to 20 inches long. So it went pretty far down. And as soon as he came over and found those boards, again, they are in our yard. We are not touching his fence. We made sure to keep, I think Keith allowed like 1/4 of an inch on either side of the post, so they weren't touching his fence at all. It was in our yard. He starts banging on them. I don't know what he gets, like a block or something, and he's constantly banging on him. And of course he comes over yelling at Keith, and he's like, look, you know, it's in our yard. And you know, he's blowing stuff in our yard, throwing things, and I just want to be done. I want to be able to landscape my yard and know that my mulch is going to stay where I put it, and none of the mulch is in his yard. Like, it's all in ours. He just sticks his blower under the fence and just blows it. So it's just immature little things. I don't know that he really has anything better to do. He's just a grumpy old man, you know, and the best we can do is just leave him alone. You know, we don't try to antagonize him or anything. He parks his truck almost in front of our house and doesn't move it. It hasn't moved in months, if not years, honestly. But we don't play his games, you know, but he's just a piece of work, I tell you. Choose happiness and kindness, you guys. It's worth it. It's not worth it to be miserable every day. I don't know if you guys can see this gel stain as I'm wiping it off, but it is so nice. I am telling you, gel stain is where it's at. It's even, and yes, it's a little bit messy, but I love, love, love the color. It looks so good. Okay, so it's the next day. I let this stain dry for probably about 24 hours, and now I'm going to polyurethane. Oh no. No, I guess I'm not. So you know my can is kind of beat up a little bit. It already started to solidify. I used this just a couple days ago, and so now it's already solidified. I only had a little bit left, so now I get to go buy another can. So the next question is, what happened to your truck? So I need to run to the store to get some more polyurethane, and I'll just tell you a little bit about that. So anyway, long story short is my son wrecked our truck. Now, he was 16 at the time, and bless his heart, he was on his way to school, and there was another 16-year-old girl that pulled out right in front of him. So it was not his fault, but still kind of shook him up, and it totaled our truck. Thankfully, he is fine. The other driver is fine. Everybody is fine. But we had to go through the whole ordeal of going through insurance and getting everything investigated and getting a check to get a new vehicle. So we got a new car. So let's go. I'll go out and I'll show you what it looks like. And I got a new steering wheel cover, so it'll look really nice. So we did get a new car, but it is new to us, not necessarily brand new. It is used. So anyway, what comes with that is a little bit of wear and tear, no big deal. But our steering wheel has some wear and tear on the leather along with some of the seats. So I got some seat covers. So I'm going to get those soon, but my steering wheel cover arrived. So let's get that on. There's just a few places on the steering wheel that I don't like because it's just so worn. So I bought the steering wheel cover and it's, I don't know, really compact, but the directions say that once I get it on, it'll take a few days to kind of relax around the steering wheel. So hopefully I can get this on okay, but it's just gonna take a lot of oomph to get it on, so I hope I don't need help. Okay, so this is hard, but he said it would fit. Yeah, pretty sure I'm gonna need some help. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I got this. It's just really hard. Oh, this is nice. I like it. Very nice. So I do like the car. It's definitely not the truck, but I still feel like I could probably haul a few things in the back. I'll just have to remove some of the seats, but pretty soon I'm gonna have some mulch, and so I'm gonna have to put a tarp down or something like that. It's just not gonna be as easy as having the truck, but I definitely like the space, and my family will definitely be a little bit more comfortable. Okay, you guys want to level up your vehicle, get a steering wheel cover, because this is nice and I like it a lot. Anyway, so I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, what about your camper? Can you tow your camper? The most this vehicle can tow is 5,000 pounds, which will be plenty to pull a trailer, like for some big construction project, like drywall, things like that. But it can pull our pop-up camper. It cannot pull our Globestar. So this is just a vehicle to get us by for right now and figure out what it is we're going to do with our campers. The next question is, what's the story on the campers? So if you don't know, we have a pop-up camper. It's a 92 Coleman. And then we also have a Globestar vintage camper, which I absolutely love, but it's being renovated right now and it's completely gutted actually. But anyway, for the pop-up camper, let's talk about that first. The pop-up camper suffered quite a bit of damage with the amount of use that we've been camping in it. And there was quite a bit of water damage. The sink fell down, the canvas is all rotted, and all the things. So at this point, what I think we're gonna do is probably fix the camper the best that we can, just kind of put as many band-aids on it as we can so we can get out there and keep camping. So this vehicle definitely will tow that little pop-up camper and we'll be just fine. That's just to get us by for right now because we love the outdoors. Now the next question is, okay, what is up with the Globestar camper? Well, as it stands right now, we need to put a new roof, not new roof, but we need to seal the roof completely on it, and then put down some marine board for the flooring just to make sure that it will not rot ever again, and then we can start building on top of that. But we just feel like it's more pressing to work on other things in the house. So we will get back to the Globestar camper eventually. We will get back there. I just finished polyurethaning all of the leaves of the table, and hopefully we'll have about 24 hours for that to cure for Easter tomorrow. We are expecting, I think, about 10 people total, and so without the leaves it's about 5 feet in diameter, but with the leaves it's about 7 feet. So really we need to have those leaves in so it'll be comfortable sitting around the table. So hopefully, I don't know, it'll work. But anyway, the last question is, what project am I most excited to work on? And absolutely hands down, besides the Globestar. The Globestar is coming. Just be patient, the Globestar camper. But my favorite project that I'm really excited to work on is the kitchen. So after I do the table, I will probably start refinishing some chairs that I bought off of Marketplace. But then after that, we're going into the kitchen and it's gonna be full-blown like demo, and hopefully I can sell the cabinets on Marketplace. I'm gonna give it a try. But I'm super excited. I've got so many ideas and lots of design ideas. It's going to be really nice. So I'm really excited to work on it, and I can't wait to take you guys along on that renovation. It's going to be great. But thank you so much for watching, and if you could give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'm so close to my goal of 1,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would appreciate it. It's totally free, and until next time, I'll see you guys, and thanks so much for watching.